Emily clutched the worn leather satchel in her hand, its familiar bumps and grooves a source of comfort. Inside, nestled amongst her carefully packed picnic basket and a well-loved book of fairy tales, lay her most prized possession, a pair of emerald green gloves. Not just any gloves, mind you, these were explorer's gloves, passed down from her eccentric great-aunt Matilda. Legend had it, they granted the wearer a bit of Matilda's adventurous spirit. Today, Emily was about to put that legend to the test. It wasn't your typical Saturday. Instead of the usual cartoons and board games with her little brother Leo, Emily had snuck a peek at her parents' invitations. A garden party, a fancy grown-up gathering, was happening next door at the Grand Blackwood Manor. The invitation specifically requested casual attire, but Emily knew the Blackwood kids, Prissy and Percival, and casual to them meant starched collars and uncomfortable shoes. Not exactly Emily's style. Suddenly, an idea sparked in her mind. Glancing at her watch, she saw it was still early. With a mischievous grin, Emily grabbed her trusty satchel and headed out the back door. The warm spring sun peeked through the trees, casting dappled light on the path that led to the woods behind their house. It was a place Emily knew like the back of her hand, a secret world teeming with hidden nooks and whispered stories. Pushing through a curtain of ivy, Emily found herself in a hidden clearing. Nestled in the heart of it all stood a magnificent old oak tree, its gnarled branches reaching towards the sky like the arms of a giant. It was Emily's special place, a place where imagination bloomed and the ordinary transformed into extraordinary. Following a familiar trail, Emily soon emerged at a hidden stream, its crystal clear water bubbling over smooth stones. There, amongst the wildflowers, lay a forgotten treasure, a discarded bolt of silk fabric. Its color, a vibrant sapphire blue, shimmered in the sunlight. A gasp escaped Emily's lips. It was perfect. With practiced hands, Emily tore off a length of the silk, envisioning her transformation. Back home, she used a pair of scissors borrowed, with much pleading, from her mom's sewing kit to cut the silk into a flowing, knee-length skirt. Next, she rummaged through her attic, unearthing a soft, white linen shirt, a cast-off from her grandpa that she tucked neatly into the skirt. Standing before the mirror, Emily placed the emerald gloves on her hands. They fit perfectly, the worn leather cool against her skin. Looking at her reflection, a thrill of anticipation shot through her. This wasn't just a new outfit. It was a costume, a disguise for adventure. Sneaking back out to the garden, Emily approached Blackwood Manor from the side, her heart pounding a wild rhythm. The sounds of laughter and music drifted through the air. Taking a deep breath, she slipped through a gap in the hedge and found herself amidst the party. The Blackwood kids, decked out in their usual finery, shrieked in surprise. But before they could utter a word, Emily, with a newfound confidence fueled by the explorer's gloves, introduced herself. "Greetings," she declared, her voice ringing with a hint of theatricality. "I am Lady Emerald, explorer extraordinaire, and I have stumbled upon a most fascinating gathering." Prissy and Percival, momentarily stunned, found themselves swept up in Emily's infectious enthusiasm. Soon, the three children were exploring the vast gardens, Emily leading the way with her head held high, the sapphire silk skirt swirling around her ankles like a magical cloud. They climbed trees, built forts out of fallen branches, and invented fantastical stories inspired by the blooming flowers and chirping birds. As the afternoon sun began to dip below the horizon, casting long shadows across the lawn, Emily knew it was time to go. Bidding farewell to her new friends, she slipped away through the hedge, a secret smile playing on her lips. Back in her room, Emily carefully folded the silk and linen, the memory of the adventure sparking a warmth in her chest. The explorer's gloves, tucked back into her satchel, held a new meaning. They weren't just a legend anymore, they were a reminder that adventure could be found just around the corner, waiting for a curious mind and a touch of imagination to set it free.